to our first stop in Hunter's Heaven. Been waiting for a year to get up here. We walked in last night in the dark and then climbed up this morning with the lead lenses on. Got up this hill, Harry's just dripping gravy everywhere. Sweaty, disgusting bloke. My little toothpick legs feel like they're gonna break. But we got to a spot, we can hear one roaring behind us. Gonna settle in and have a glass and see what we can find. The Roar 2024 is on. Let's stop.
That looks like a stonker, boys. That's him. He's got like 4 tops. Come on now. I think that got him. That was a good hit. That was so stressful.
You had a bit of pressure on the camera.
I was
as
like
well.
following him, but I was just like,
After
one of you was on him and then one of you wasn't, and it's just like...
So while we're walking up the hill through the scrub, the branch went in here and it's pushing against the stock and the barrel, you can see it there. So I've got to clean that out because if you've got pressure on your barrel between your stock, it can affect your shooting out at longer range. So I'm going to get a bit of tussock and you just slide it through. Hopefully it works. There it is. It's just a bit of stuff like that. Oh. It's going off down there. It's the opposite way to what we're heading, but we should be able to see it. If it's any good, we can change our plans. But let's settle into our first glassing. Just got up to the top here and I looked down and I saw a brown thing down on the scree about a K away, and it's a stag, and it looks like it's hard to say for sure, but it looks like a decent one. Now we saw a big one down there last year, so
it's hard to tell.
We're going to go and have a closer inspection.
The heat wave, otherwise we'd be able to tell you.
But the heat waves are freaking me out. I'm going to shoot this fucking thing. I'm just going to wrap it up. Gone pretty basic on the meals this trip. Yeah. new sleeping bag. Then rest. See how it goes in the tent.
Here we got some.
We had a better look at that stag and he looks like pretty decent. We can hear some other ones roaring as well. So we're just going to head down to a little vantage point down here, get a better look at, but see if we can spot these other ones before we make a call on this first one we've seen. It's exciting. Well, for this season we're running the Benelli loop hose again. This is our 300 Win Mag, and this year we put the Stag Roar, we put the Eliminator 6 on it. We've used the Eliminators for years and we love them. They're just so easy. You just push the button, it ranges, and then boom. And we've also put on the MTN bipod, which is a carbon fibre bipod, and super lightweight and detachable and just easy to use. So we're pretty excited to get it onto a deer with the new gear. We're using the Winchester Deer Season 150 grains. The gun just really loves these particular bullets, and we've got it pretty accurate, well, really accurate. So yeah, as you can hear, the stags are roaring. We've just set up camp because we wanted to wait until evening before we dropped a bit lower, and we're all ready to go now. We just need to see that big boy that we really want to shoot. That one that we saw earlier is probably a shooter, but we just want to see what else is around before we commit to anything. Yeah.
That stag's definitely in the bushes
What's happening now? We just put some warmer clothes on. The sun's gone now. We've got quite 3 stags roaring just below us. So, well, not just below us, they're probably like 500 to 800 metres away. So we're hoping one will pop out in a spot we can have a go at if it's a good one. We've just dropped down this massive ridge, and over the other side, 1,000 metres away, we've spotted what looks like a really, really good stag. It's hard to say, but at that distance, but he looks like a nice, heavy timbered animal. Harry's got the spotting scope on him with the mag view. He's just roaring now. It's definitely worth having a crack at, or getting closer anyway. Man, he's a real nice one.
He's a 12. Yeah, it's a 12 or 13. And it's got good 6 on that side, and it's got like one of those forky things up top.
Has it got 3 right up the top?
It's got 3 on that side.
High though.
Definitely got 3. See?
Oh my gosh. He hasn't really got bays, he's got like extra tops.
Need to zoom in.
He's got 6 on that side. 6 on both sides, but one of the tops is like Dad's one, like a little tiny thing. See that side?
Yeah, it's got tiny.
We've set up, it's about 500 yards, so a perfect little sniper spot. We're just going to wait him out now, clear some area. This is the next morning now, and we got up, just packed up camp to head into another gully, and we saw him again, right up, too far to even attempt today, but we might be able to go after him, and at the end of the trip, we've headed up through the scrub with all our gear to this next valley, and we've spotted like 4 stags. There's one that I've just got the spotting scope on now that's a big, well, an 8-pointer. He's not going to come to much, so we might have a crack at him if we get up to him, if we don't see anything bigger. But plenty of animals around, and nothing comes close to the one we've just had to leave and walk away from for now. Okay, after a lot of deliberation, we've decided that we're going to split up. It's a tough call because it's quite nice hanging out together, and that means 2 people have got a pretty big day ahead of them. But we really want to have another crack at that 12-pointer. He's just such a nice looking animal, and if we split up, 2 people can go after him, the other 2 people can go and hunt all the other country that we're hoping to hunt on this trip. It's always it's been a lot of talking, discussing a best option, but at the end of the day, to have a chance at that big stag, it's worth it. So we're splitting up all the gear. Well, these guys will take one gun, we'll take the other gun and head back to our spot and try and locate him, and then go after him either tonight or tomorrow morning.
They're not no heavier than the no.
Good luck, boys.
It's a bit like one of those moments, isn't it? It's just like, just a little unsure about every decision, but you just got to do it.
We've thought about it a lot before deciding to do this.
I think there's a way better chance of getting an animal splitting up. I just want you guys to get that 12
We know there's a good one.
No regrets.
No regrets.
just come up from Salmon Noah, heading up towards where we left some of our gear up the top of the hill. We need to drop down and get water at some stage, and we've spied that first decent stag we've seen for the trip. I think he's 9, pretty sure he's a 9-pointer. He's got quite an old stag, so we're gonna drop down a bit and see if we can get on the board. Hopefully, he's at 500 yards now, and we're gonna drop down because we can get a bit closer and try to get a shot at him. So we'll get moving before he stands up, moves off. Let's go. He's still there. He's looking at us, so just try to keep your movements down a bit. Chuck a bullet. You see him? Yeah. It feels steady. Okay. Close the bolt.
You got him. You got him. Just disappeared though after you shot, but you got him.
Jared.
Couldn't help ourselves there. Ooh. It's definitely dead,
My leg's so dead. Sit up and all my weight.
We couldn't help ourselves. We decided in the end to shoot him though.
Well, from up there, it looked pretty hard to get to, but actually coming down here, it's
Yeah.
not going to be that bad.
Nah.
So,
We wanted to get on the deck,
Mm.
so that's what it's all about. It's an
we got
8-pointer, I
some,
think.
venison and rice. for
Yeah,
dinner,
that'll
eh?
be good,
Well, the others are.
Fuck, I think they took the stuff,
Did they?
the rice and stuff. But we can still cook it up. Oh well. Got some bone,
Yeah, something's on the deck, I guess.
Yeah. Could just,
Oh, it's going to be fun to get though, eh?
yeah.
We just found the stag. He's down just here, so we're going to walk up to him and have a look. You go ahead, Millie.
Right. Big boy, eh? Mean.
Put head on him, eh?
Yeah.
Look at the size of his skull. Massive.
Yeah. Drag him up here, eh? Have a better look at him. Buggered, eh? A long way to go still. Right, we just got the stag into a better position. Good one to shoot, nice. Was it a 9-pointer? But little tiny little thing there. So got on the board, eh? Got some bone to take home.
Got some meat for tonight.
Yeah, a bit short of food, so be good to eat a bit of meat. Let's get us through for the trip. So
Good enough.
we got to get on with it because we got a long way to go. What do you reckon?
Pretty happy, eh?
Got to take one, eh, when you can, and it's a good.
Pretty cool standing up there on the cliff.
Yeah, just couldn't.
So,
We were thinking of leaving him because it's just the effort of carrying the antlers out, but in the meat. But it's just couldn't help ourselves. We haven't had much luck, so it's day 3 or 4, and
we've done a few miles, eh?
big trip down here too. So got one with the gun, so that's good. And yeah, let's get into our work, eh?
Fun begins now, I guess.
Yep, it does. That's not going to be fun to carry.
Although the stag wasn't the trophy of a lifetime in terms of his antlers, he was a great animal to take with low possibility of growing into much more. At the end of the day, it was just great to secure some meat after a few days of hard hunting. Meanwhile, Noah and I had done a big day walking, first dropping down and then climbing out of a steep valley to get ourselves into prime position for the next few days to have a crack at the big stag we'd now been after for a couple of days. Okay, so we've just got up to the top of this big bloomin' hill, set up the tent, and just having some lunch. That stag, we last saw him, he was about 500 metres below where we are now. So, yeah, big grind getting here, but we're in position for tonight. See what happens. The worst part about these trips camping up high on the tops is There's no water up here, there's no tarns or anything, so you have to drop down so far to get water. And that's my job today, so down we go. Okay, I've got down to where the water is. Camp's up there, top of that hill. And this is the best water I can find. So I'm going to be here a while filling that up. Okay, well, 20 minutes later, with that trickle, I have filled up my 2 bottles, drunk as much as I can physically drink, so that'll preload me for the rest of the day or half the day. Time to catch up to Noah and get back up to camp.
After collecting the water and fueling up for the evening, we decided it was time to head out for a hunt.
Just been working our way around this ridge, and I just looked over this ledge and we saw a nice stag, but he's a bit young. He's about a 10-pointer, we think. It's only a couple 100 metres away, but there's another one roaring just down here, so we'll just get into a position and wait, I think. See what happens. A lot of deer activity.
While we watched the stag and waited, we could hear a stag over to our left going nuts, and after searching for half an hour we finally spotted him, and he looked to be an impressive animal. He was up on the top of a ridge harassing a hind with a yearling. She was trying to run back away over the ridge, but every time she broke over, he would herd her back to the top of the ridge and roar at the other stags back below where we were.
It's roaring now. It's pretty cool footage. Really cool footage. Might be like it. Has it got 3 dots on both sides? You should shoot this, I reckon. Get on the board. He's coming towards us, eh?
We've seen the stag finally. We thought he was just there, but he's quite far away, 650 metres. He looks like a good 10-pointer. So we're going to stalk down, try and get within about 400, 300 metres and take a shot.
Once you get set up, give me the range on top.
Okay, we've only got about half an hour of light. It looks like a real good one, but there's hinds looking at us as well. And when they look, we've got to sit tight and not move. Like now. And then we can move again once I've stopped looking. We're good again. Let's go. It was about 450 here. We could take a shot, but I'd like to get it down to under 400 just to be certain of the shot. Are the hinds over the hill? He's gonna go over the hill. Are they? Oh, you'll come this way then. Get a good rest. He is on the skyline, which is annoying. He's probably gonna. Are the hinds over the hill? He's gonna go over the hill. Hinds are this way. Are they? Yeah. Oh, you'll come this way then. You happy with him, Sam? You happy with his antlers? Yeah. What do you reckon? He's pretty nice. He is quite nice. Just need him to walk down a bit. Get that camera on him. It's on him. He might only have 2 2 on one top.
Yeah, I think so. That's what I thought too.
What do you reckon?
What are you gonna shoot?
No, is he a shooter? Here he comes. Here he comes. Tell me when you're ready.
Come on now.
Just tell me when you're
Come on now if you want to shoot.
shoot him.
Yeah.
Good video.
Come on now. Bit forward. It's a bit forward in his neck area.
Where'd he go?
It's down just 5 meters. I think that got him. That was a good hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's down.
Nice lad. Oh, he's down. That was a fun hunt, like a exhilarating stalk.
Was.
He's a nice looking, good shape. and
9
everything.
pointer, I think.
I'm stoked with him. That was so much, that's a good hunt. That's a hard work to get a deer here. Yes.
Good shot.
Do you reckon the first one would have killed it, or?
Probably. It was. I think it just went through the front of his shoulder, like the point of his shoulder.
Oh,
Maybe a bit of wind. I don't know. 5 meters.
You see where?
That was a good hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's down.
With the stag down, it was now just a case of getting over there and locating him in the dark. But thankfully, it was a pretty easy find.
Well, here's our beast of a stag. I'm absolutely wrapped with him. We thought he was a 10, and he is a 10. We thought he had 3 tops because we didn't, in the rush of everything, we didn't get a chance to double check everything, but he's a 10 because he's got a bay on this side. He's a good, mature animal. So yeah, bloody wrapped with how it all worked out. It was a massive day getting over here. He's not the one that we saw from the other side, but he's a beautiful animal, and yeah, that hard work really did pay off. There's still one roaring down here as well, so we're not going to do too much tonight. We just wanted to come and see him, and yeah, we'll come back tomorrow and sort him out properly, and Noah might see if he can see what that one is and maybe have a crack at him.
Yeah.
But
It's quite a good size animal. Good raw hunt, huh?
that was a great raw hunt then. Oh man,
We could have got him a bit. We could have got him a bit earlier if we looked up higher. We were looking down the lower.
He had these hinds with him, and he kept chasing them over the hill, and then they'd come and they'd try and get that way, and he'd chase them back this way. But the hind, one of the old hind, had seen us, so we couldn't move when she was looking, and then there was like a 50 metre out in the open that we had to do to get the shot to an easy range, and they broke back over the hill, so we just took off hoping that they'd come back and got set up on the rock, and sure enough, back they came. So yeah, finally our luck's turned. It was not looking good there for a while. Stoked. Give it up. Feed the boys.
After grabbing a few photos and butchering the meat, we made the slow trek back up to camp for a quick backcountry dinner and crashed into bed. The next morning we were up before light, feeling a bit dusty, but with high hopes of setting eyes on the big boy from the days before.
So we've just seen a really good looking stag, but it's a bit dark to identify him. He's heading up towards where I shot my one last night, and he's probably going to spook when he gets there. So we're just rushing to get into position to try and evaluate and take a shot if we decide it's a good one. The pressure's on a little bit.
We spent the rest of the morning searching the surrounding faces, and although we did pick up a number of stags, we never set eyes on the big boy again. It was a bit disappointing to know that if we didn't shoot my stag the night before, we might have got the big one standing in exactly the same spot the next morning. I guess we will never know for sure if that's how it would have unfolded. Nevertheless, I was still stoked with my animal, and now it was time to climb all the way to the top of a massive ridge to catch up with the rest of our hunting party and continue the hunt.
Fun times.
Far out. These trips are hard out. When you look back at the videos or whatever, you're like, oh, that was just awesome fun. You forget about how hard the walk is, how hard it is to get water, how tired you feel all the time. But you just gotta keep pushing, because you never know where that trophy of a lifetime might be sitting. So we'll keep going. I've made it to the top of that big killer of a hill. You can see the other two just coming along the ridge now. They're about a K away now, so they won't take too long. And then we're going to go over behind us here and set up a camp and hunt this evening. There's a pretty good chance of a deer tonight, I think. So got the crew all together. It'll get the morale up and hear the story of their deer, and they can hear the story of our deer. And yeah, this will just be good to see them.
They'll be tired, I reckon.
They'll be so tired. It's
Nice
nice
to
get-
walk a bit further than us today.
Yeah. Just about to get reunited with the boys. They look pretty tired.
Bit buggered.
Look cooked. Oh my god. Big packs, heavy packs.
Heaviest pack I've ever lifted in my life.
Really.
It's 50 kilos, I reckon.
My hands are toasted.
Went through a range of emotions coming up that hill today. Of pure hatred towards you guys.
Really?
It's pretty dodgy, yeah.
What, did you just do what we did last year?
Didn't go that way, it was too sketchy. We went down
packs.
10 metres and then backed out. We tried to go down a bit further along, like 100 metres down. Pulled out of that, and then went like another 500 metres along.
Back that way.
Yeah, went right down to where that deer was, Grace, and then cut across and had to go down there and then
Oh my god.
Because we saw you.
so scary. Went down like 10 metres at the start and then felt like we were going to fucking just die. Because the packs were just too
Heavy.
It was just dodgy with the packs, so we backed out.
And it felt like we were going to die just going up 10 metres. We had to go back
We
out.
chose the wrong way the second time.
Because it was too
Oh,
hard.
it wasn't too bad. We just
It
had
was
to
just
go
like,
back up like 100 metres the
it's
second
just like a
time.
little 2 metre thing that we just couldn't get over at.
Just not worth risking.
With all the crew back together for the last part of our trip, we headed along the ridge to set up camp and share the stories of our stags we had each managed to secure, before one big push for the last few days to try and see if we could get ourselves a big old donk to top things off.
That mullet, eh? Turn to the side. Oh, it's greasy. We're off for our evening hunt tonight. Gonna look into a big valley that we saw from a distance that looked quite good, so fingers crossed there's gonna be something in there. We might be a late night getting home though, if we do get one, I'd say. Well after dark.
These deer are going to be evening and morning deer though. pretty good one, Got heaps of tops. It's a big boy,
It's a real good one.
Looks like a pretty good one. Got a good video of it anyway. It's got like, it's like at least a 12.
Yeah.
It's got like 5 tops.
So we've been sitting up glassing here for about an hour now. There was nothing happening at the start. And then we saw a monster stag down the bottom, looked like a real good one. But we can't go after him with the way the wind is. And now there's 2 stags just about to have a fight, so I'll video that. Okay, well we sat here and now it's freezing freaking cold. The big stag that we were hoping was coming up went down and he's too far away to even go at. So yeah, a bit disappointing. Time to head home to the tents and have a sleep and decide what we're going to do in the morning. Maybe come back here and see what's happening or check out the other side. We'll decide in the morning. Let's go.
Just gonna do a cook up tonight with some of that venison. Got this backcountry instant rice. Haven't actually tried it before myself, but the oyster sauce on the venison takes away a bit of that gamey flavour. So she should go good, hopefully. Pretty hungry. Boys are starving. Just using the Clarke Boys knife. If you guys want one, you can get them from Victory Knife's website. Best knife in the world.
Gordy.
Nice thin strips because she's
Gordon
probably going to
Ramsay.
be pretty tough. Check that out. Oh, I actually feel like eating it just like that. That's how good it looks.
Oh, bro.
Cut and loaded. Sits on there beautifully, doesn't fall off. Some butter in there as well.
Just some salt. Yeah, there's heaps. Whoa.
Everyone's like, whoa.
A little bit salty, not too bad. Go alright.
Happy place, though. It's the best thing I've ever had in my life, I reckon.
After having a good feed, we called it for the night before another early start to kick off our last full day's hunting. The morning dawned an absolute cracker, but the wind was supposed to get up later in the day. We decided the best move was to try and head off on a big loop to get ourselves in a position to have a go at the old stag from the night before. Sat up here this morning and listened and scanned and haven't seen much or heard much, so we're going to drop down. Hopefully the wind's not too bad. We're trying to get a gauge based on what the clouds are doing, and it just depends what it does as it
warms up. Last chance really, last full day, so we're going to give it a good nudge anyway. Check out this impressive walleye, this is massive. There must have been some stags here over the last couple of months, last month. But unfortunately there's nothing here today. We'll head up over the ridge and see if we can catch up with one of these stags, and hopefully one's a big boy. We've put some serious hours into glassing on this trip. And sometimes you just can't be bothered, Pete. You gotta keep looking. It gives you a chance. These Tahr's signature rangefinder binos have been really good. I've found them really good in the low light, good net magnification, the 10x42s, and picked up a few deer with them, and so good that you can just range straight away. They're a little bit heavier than the non-rangefinder option, but it's so worth it to have it all in one. Been really, really happy with them actually.
Right, it's the middle of the day at the moment, and haven't had any luck this morning. It's the last full day. We seen that quite nice 12-pointer last night. He looks like a good animal, so kind of based our day around heading over towards where he is, but we've decided we're gonna just have a bit of a rest now, and then we're gonna head to where we seen him, sort of going right on dark. So we're gonna drop down this hill here as it gets a bit later in the day, try to get the wind right, which has been a challenge this trip, so we'll try to get in a good position, and hopefully he'll do the same thing he did last night and we can get him. So we'll definitely end the trip on a high, which always is a good thing to do, so fingers crossed we can have some luck tonight.
It's going to make for a late night, isn't it?
Yeah, it's our last day, and it's kind of nice having a chill out evening on the last night, but we really want to get a good animal, so we're just going to go hard, and we're going to be walking back to camp well after dark, so winning or losing we're going to be back at dark, I'd say. So
After dark.
And then we're going to get up real early in the morning and start walking out. We probably won't be doing much hunting unless one walks out right in front of us, because we got to get back home, so yeah, hopefully we can get something at the end of the trip.
These new chocolate milkshakes from backcountry are frickin' delicious. Our old favourite used to be banana, but then we got a new favourite. We made our way down as the afternoon rolled past. It was a bit of a bash through some of the tight scrub, but eventually we found ourselves in prime position to scout for a stag. It was evening by the time we located the stag, and the wind was really starting to blow. He was around 600 metres away, and with the wind how it was, we needed to get closer. With light fading, we took off in his direction to try and find a spot to shoot from, and after a bit of searching in the bush, found somewhere that we could make work. So we've got it on the stag, we've seen him. He's about 300 metres away, but he's gone into the scrub. Harry's got eyes on him, but none of the rest of us can see him. So, we just need him to move. We think he's sitting down. It's quite windy, but it's only 300 metres, and we've got 2 guns, so we're pretty confident. Let's see what happens.
As we were trying to line up on the stag, he kept going in and out of the scrub before finally disappearing into a thick patch of manuka, and we were worried we might not get another chance before it was too dark. But eventually, he came out and we had one last chance before it was gone for good. Okay, it's our last chance.
Here we go. Roar.
Ready? 3, 2.
He's come back out now. We can still see him. He's going up on top of that rock. His head's just to the left of a big rock. That big rock. He's just about to come out above the top rock now. He might come right out and stand on top of it. Yeah, that's his stomach. Okay, he's coming around on top of that rock by the looks. Here he comes. Here we go. Now.
Wait, no.
You count now.
3, 2, 1.
Got him. Got it, he's down. Yeah. 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 100%.
Yes, boys.
Whoa. Definitely got him?
That
Like
took a lot of time to get the shot away, but I think we got him, boys. What a hunt!
We got him.
He's way up there. We're gonna have to get up there before it gets dark.
Up in a better spot to find.
We both didn't shoot when we were supposed to.
It's like not real big, but he's like, yeah, he's not a monster, but he's a good stag.
Pretty easy spot from there to the hang.
Like
Oh, that was so nerve wracking.
See where he's hit.
Did you- I didn't think we were going to get
When he
him.
went up there, it was like the time to shoot though, because he was fully
Broadside,
broadside.
perfect.
And we didn't get any good looks at him until then, like the shooting.
That was so
My
stressful.
eyes were so stressful.
You had a bit of pressure on the camera
I was
as
like
well.
following him, but I was just like, fuck.
After
One
the-
of you was on him and then one of you wasn't, and it's
I was
just like,
just
Good
honestly,
work.
it
It
was
was good by you telling us he was going to come out on that rock.
you could just tell that that's what he was going to do.
the whole time I'd get set up and then my wrist would like move and I'd like lose him and then
I think that's the same one.
just
we
had a
seen
perfect
last
wrist.
night,
Had a
Yeah,
perfect
it is.
wrist.
He definitely like
At least we got a
smashed his front legs, like he was stumbling the whole way.
Just looking at the shot to see for sure where we got him and stuff.
holes in him, hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah. Oh man, that, like I just was thinking he's gone here. If we didn't get him there, he was probably out of range and gone.
bit low, maybe.
See?
Yeah, that could be,
That
his
could
front
be a
leg.
leg.
That could be his front leg.
Yeah,
collapse.
we better
That's
get
not-
up there quick. It's hard to say for sure with that shot whether it's a kill shot or just a leg shot, so we were a bit nervous, but it's real hard to say.
So, there's heaps of blood here. This is where we last saw him jump in. There's heaps of blood. So we're just going to track it. Blood way up. Must have been just pumping out. You boys. We got him.
Found him?
Yeah, he's dead as.
He looked like.
Pretty small.
Yeah.
Definitely not the same one.
Mm.
Definitely not the
Oh
same
my
one.
god. Oh my god.
That's what I
That's a
thought.
different one, eh? That's what I thought.
Oh,
The trip that never ends, eh?
it must
I
have
told
changed
you
in
it
the
was
bush.
that, oh yeah. Nah, that was the one that Noah looked at on the.
We saw the good one. And
Yeah,
he
Yeah.
shot
just
the
filming him.
Yeah.
Oh
My god, yeah, there's a video of him. It's because I seen this one and
I can't believe that. That's so disappointing. We're still trying to figure out how that even happened.
I know, we're like confused when that happened.
It went up that hill,
Because I was looking at him for
and then
ages.
Noah spotted it above the hill, and we're like, yep. Got there pretty fast, but
It was me that spotted it.
when
No.
it popped up the top is when it was the different one, and we didn't know.
That's why it was real weird when I was watching the video of the shot. I was like, fuck, that stag looks tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks so tiny. What's going on here?
Oh well.
take the meat off
At least
it.
it wasn't like a good young one. It's just a shitty 8 pointer, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, though. That,
It was a nice fighting on stag.
we had everything perfect.
Yeah, we did it really
Took
well,
our
and then
time,
just got
the
really,
shot,
it's just where it was, and
pulled off
there
a
was,
beautiful shot.
oh my gosh.
Some people be happy with that, but where we've been and what we've done, we're not happy with it. What we
Okay,
thought we were
let's have a
walking
look
up
where
to.
we got
We
it,
thought
eh?
we were walking up to a mean 12 that we've been after for 2 days.
Let's get on with what we're doing, yeah?
To say we were gutted was an understatement. From thinking we had finished the trip off with a bang to this was devastating. But unfortunately, things only got worse from here. After climbing for another hour, we made it to camp to find both our tents had fallen victim to the gale force winds at the top of the hill. Both tents and all of their contents were gone. We searched as far as we could, but it was no good. They were gone. Our shelter, our sleeping bags, our bedrolls all disappeared. After grid searching the area around camp and cleaning up everything we could find in the dark, we made the tough call to drop into some uncharted territory. A huge steep valley with some bush at the bottom that we hoped would offer some shelter and rest before we tried to push down it to the roadside the next morning. When we reached the valley floor at 2 AM after a bit of a dodgy descent, it was reasonably sheltered, so we chucked on all of our clothes, our puffers and our wet weather gear and crashed on the ground for a couple of hours sleep.
Boys have settled in. No sleeping bags, no tents, no bedrolls. How good.
We all woke up shivering and freezing to the core from sleeping on the ground. We managed to get a fire going to warm up and had a quick feed before picking our way back to the road. It was a massive relief to find the going down the gorge not too bad and making it to the road in good time to breathe a sigh of relief.
We really went from bad to worse, didn't it, boys?
Yeah, it's just out we go.
Although we could have left this part out of the video because it was a bit embarrassing, we thought it would be good to be honest and admit that we had a balls up. We should have packed up our tents before we went out for the day, which would have saved us a lot of money and a lot of stress. But you live and you learn, and maybe by putting this in the video it might stop someone else making the same mistake one day and getting themselves in a dangerous position. Although this was a terrible way to end our adventure, at the end of the day we made it out safe, which was the most important thing. This trip is certainly one that we will remember for a long time, with some good and some bad memories. We appreciate you guys coming along on the adventure with us. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure to subscribe to our channel to keep up to date with when our next video is out. Until next time, we'll catch you later.